Hello, my name is Martina and welcome to my AutoCAD lessons. In my first lesson I'll show you how to change your AutoCAD to the classic interface known as Classic WORKSPACE. Just to explain to you, Classic WORKSPACE organizes and displays commands and toolbars in one and the same way, so we can all use the same interface whatever version of CAD you have. I have 2020. So today I also will show you how to draw a single line, straight or at an angle, and how to save your drawing. So let's get started. So we go here on the top left, click on this icon which says Q new, which means create new template, and there's a default template already, which means it has extension DWT selected for you, and just press open. Now we have the interface for AutoCAD 2020. Don't worry if you have another version. Average version of AutoCAD can be switched into a classic interface, so they all gonna look one the same. No matter which one you're using, you can always switch to classic and just learn how to use the classic one. So how do we do that in 2020? On the left top side there is a menu, drafting and annotation. Select drop down menu in order to click on Save Current As. So in this pop-up window we have to write down classic. Press save. Now we go back to this drop down menu, click on it in order to select Workspace Settings. So here we need to untick drafting and annotation and press on classic. So we select classic, press move up button to move it up, and down here tick automatically save workspace changes and press OK. We need to click on this drop down menu which is next to classic. See, there is an arrow here, and select show menu bar. So now we've got our menu bar up here showing. Okay, so now we need to go to the command line or commands bar, which is down here, and we need to type down the command ribbon close. It's one word, and press enter. There we go. So that is our classic view of AutoCAD. And the only thing what's left to do is to review our toolbars, which we need in order to do our drawings. So we're going to Tools and select Toolbars, click on it, AutoCAD, and the very first important one is Draw. So here on the left, as you can see, is our Draw toolbar. So we go back to Tools, Toolbars, AutoCAD, and we can select Standards. Standard is the toolbar which pop up here on the top, where we've got the icon Save, Print, Open File, New File, and lots more. So we only need these first two toolbars for our lesson today. To switch on and off toolbars, you go to Tools, Toolbars, CAD, and you can tick each one of these toolbars on or off as you need it. I'm gonna be covering all that in my lessons to come. How to draw a line. This is the command for line here. So press with left click on your mouse to select the command. You will need to specify first point. Let's specify a random point for now. So left click on your mouse is the very first point of the line, and you can see we can drag the mouse without holding any buttons, without pressing any buttons, and we can see our line. You can move it in every direction, and you can see numbers which are marked in blue. These numbers are showing us how long the line is. So in AutoCAD, these numbers are drawing units. So before we start drawing, we need to decide, is it gonna be millimeters, centimeters, meters, inches. So for example, I'm going to draw in millimeters because, as I said, I'm going to cover architectural drawings later on in my lessons, and usually architects do draw in millimeters. So now let's start with the first line we want to draw. Let's put a number like 1000 millimeters, which is 1 meter, and press enter. To exit the command, we need to press right button on your mouse and press enter. So in order to start another one, go back to the command, press with left button on your mouse to choose the command line. Choose a first point, start point. So now if you want to make it straight, we have to press F8 on your keyboard. So F8, now as I've pressed it, allows us to go straight left or right, up or down, in 90 degrees angle. This function is called auto, and it could be switched off by pressing F8. And now you can see I can go in every direction. So let's start with pressing F8 again. I'm going to make a straight line. Let's say 1000 units, which in my drawing will be 1000 millimeters. And press enter to specify the endpoint, which is 1000 millimeters, and right click on your mouse and press enter. So now we're gonna draw a line, select another line. We're gonna start the next one from the end of the first one. So when you go over without clicking, you can see this green square. So press with left button on your mouse. And now we want to draw this line in an angle. So I need to switch off auto. So I press F8 to switch off auto. So now I can go in an angle. You write down 1000 long, and then you press on your keyboard the sign for less, as you can see here in red. This sign is also known as open angled bracket. And then we have to type in the degrees which we want. So let's say 15 degrees, upside down 15, and then I press enter. So, and now I press right button on my mouse, enter for exit the command. So now we got our third line, which is connected to the second one, and it's exactly in 15 degrees angle. So we make another one, which will be a specific angle to this second one. We need to go to the command line or command bar down here and type in UCS. Enter. Start point, and our x-axis is going to be this line, which is already in an angle. So now we've changed. So just click left button, endpoint, and right button on your mouse, and that has changed the X and Y axis on your drawing. As you can see, even the grid has changed. So this way you go into simple line, start point 1000 long, press the symbol for less, and 30 degrees angle, enter, and finish the command. So now we got 30 degrees into the last one compared to the one in 15 degrees. Yeah, and you type down again UCS, enter, start point, end point, or left click on your mouse, right click, and that's it. We're back to normal. So in order to save the drawing, press here on this little icon, save, left button on your mouse. You can choose where to save, on your computer or laptop. I'll save on desktop, that's where I want to. And a very important thing before you even type down the name of your file is to click on this drop down menu and choose an older version of AutoCAD, 2013. This will allow me to open this drawing with average version of AutoCAD, which is older than 2020, my current one, but not older than 2013. But if you don't do that, your drawing will be saved for AutoCAD 2020 only. And put file name, let's say template 1, and save. So our drawing has already been saved on the desktop. It's good when you're doing your drawings just to remind yourself every 5 to 10 minutes just to press on quick save here. So that was my lesson 1. I'll be posting 2 lessons a week on Mondays and Thursdays. In my next lessons, lesson 2, I will cover polyline command. I will show you how to select objects, and I will cover the command circle. Hope that you enjoy watching my video, and thank you very much.